Hey guys, this is OddOneGaming. This is going to be another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we are on the main account and I want to show you a pretty fun team that I'm currently using to farm the Dark Fae on stage 120 on hard. This is definitely the best one to farm when it comes to rotation number 3 of the Doom Tower, because well, we have the Dark Fae, we have Griffin, we have the Scarab, and then we have Baumel. And arguably between these four, the best one to farm this rotation is definitely the Dark Fae. So basically the team that I'm going to show you guys, you can just, you know, scale down if you cannot quite hit the stats, but obviously farming stage 120 on hard, it's not something that's, you know, early or mid game to do, but I'm kind of using relatable champions to say, because I'm not going to be bringing all the top legendaries, I'm not going to be bringing ninjas, I'm not going to be bringing crazy stuff. I'm going to be bringing one legendary that everybody should have. If you're watching this video in, like, you know, September 2023 when it goes out, and you've been playing for like 3-4 months, maybe 6 months to actually get yourself to this point, then you should have this champion, because this champion was arguably the best fusion ever, and that is Gnut. Okay, so the team that I'm using, like I said, is pretty relatable because the only legendary is Gnut. Then we have 3 epics in Royal Guard, Allure, and Deacon, and then we have a rare in Coldheart. Honestly, Coldheart could be replaced, maybe, Royal Guard could be replaced, Coldheart could be replaced, but basically you want to have champions that bring turn meter control, enemy max HP, and at least one champion that brings you decreased speed. That's the whole idea, and that's the whole concept behind this team. Okay, Deacon's pretty amazing because of the fact that he brings turn meter control, boosts our turn meter, depletes the enemy's turn meter, he brings AoE decreased defense, and he also brings the leech plus the speed lead, you know, so that's why he's a good overall champion. And honestly, there's been so many 10 times on him. He was a login code champion, so most people should actually have him, and he's arguably one of the best ones for relatable lower level accounts to use. Again, I'm not using my Hegemon for this one because I kind of want to make it a little bit more of a showcase of Gnut. So the whole idea behind this team is, like, I have decreased defense, turn meter control, turn meter control, turn meter control max HP, turn meter control max HP and decreased speed, and again max HP damage and turn meter control from Gnut on his A1. And honestly, this is usually something that you have to adapt depending on the damage that you do yourself and how your waves go, because obviously the way you save your skills is gonna depend on how much damage you do, what's your RNG, what's gonna happen, and that's how you kind of have to plan these types of teams so that you have all the right skills ready at the right time. And basically what you need to do for this team specifically is you want to have Deacon to have the decrease, the turn meter control skill plus the decreased defense ready for when you get to the boss part, because that's the way that I have it set up. He goes first, he does that decreased defense, that decreased turn meter, pushes our turn meter ahead, pushes the enemy's turn meter back, and then also does the decreased defense. Like now, it might be an RNG, he might not do it, but he still has the turn meter control, okay? But still, I have enough damage that I should be pretty okay. It's just something like this might happen, like if he does not have the decreased defense, that I will not land, you know, if I don't land the decreased defense, well, this RNG can happen, and, you know, they start getting a turn. And if they start getting a turn, it can be a little bit complicated, because once the boss gets a turn, she hits pretty hard. However, if you do manage to get back to your skills, you see, we get ourselves a turn meter skills back, we get this one again, and honestly, even with Deacon dead, I think this team should still have a chance. But the thing is like this, I did not perfectly optimize this team, okay? I just used my champions in whatever build I had them, and I just put them in the team, and it's, look at this, even with a little bit of fail rate, with the chance to fail, it still works. The ideal team and the best way that you would want to have this team is you would want to have both Coldheart and Royal Guard in reflex sets, so they come back to their max HP, hits faster, maybe a relentless in Gnut, so, you know, this can be made so much easier. But even like this, I did 1 minute and 38. Let me run it again to see, you know, hopefully this time I'm not gonna have the bad RNG, but normally this team does it under 1 minute and 30. I've done like 106, 108, 110, and it should be pretty easy. Like, this one's definitely a pretty easy team. This one just depends, like, if he starts doing this, then that's a problem, but as long as he doesn't do the decreased defense again, we should be fine, because if we have the decreased defense on the second wave, I set it up so that I have enough damage to actually take them. He gets himself the extra turn, and now we're good. So this is now the way that this team should have worked. And now we have this turn meter depletion, AoE decreased defense, nuke from Gnut, nuke from her, then we have Royal Guard do the nuke, and we get a turn. Normally, I'm hoping the Royal Guard actually procs the reflex. This is definitely the worst case scenario. Like, I have no idea what's happening. My Royal Guard did not proc his reflex even once. And the way that I have it set up, let me just show you on the preset so you understand what's happening. But I have Royal Guard set up like this. He opens with the A3 on the first wave, then does not use it on both of the waves. So he gets like 2 or 3 turns. He only needs to proc the reflex once. And then once we get to the boss part, he should have this ready, place a decrease speed on the Dark Fae, and land the decreased turn meter. But again, it's a bit of RNG, but the runs are so fast that you don't really care. You know, you fail one, you go again. Then when it comes to Cold Heart, do not use anything on the first wave. Second wave, she can use the A2 because that's most of the damage. And then on the boss part, she prioritizes the Heartseeker and does not use the A2. She could be a lot faster, like she could be something like 200. Like I said, I did not perfectly build her for this, but I could have her like at 240 speed. Basically, I want her to be last in the rotation so that everybody's dead, and when she does her Heartseeker, it goes straight into the Dark Fae. This is the Cold Heart that I built for Iron Twin, so she's really slow. Then for Gnut, I have him use the A3 on the first wave. On the second wave, use the A3 again if he has it, if not A1. Then on the boss part, he opens with the A2 because this one's a good smack. And he also brings us the weaken. If it lands, obviously you can weak hit on Allure and Royal Guard, but they're pretty squishy, so it should not matter that much, and they should be pretty much dead. Then Allure, open with the 8 on the first wave. She can do the A3 as well. Nothing on the second wave, and then on the third wave, I have her open with the A2 just because of what you saw, to have some extra damage so that when Royal Guard gets a turn, he does not do this decreased speed on everybody, and mostly should land on the Dark Phase, so we have the decreased speed. I have Deacon, the first wave. Normally I should have it just open with this one, do not use it. So at least he definitely keeps it, then use the decreased defense. On the second wave, same thing. Open with the turn meter, then use decreased defense. And then on the boss part, first priority the turn meter boost, second priority the decreased defense. Let's run it again and see. Like, I don't know what's been happening, honestly. Lately, every time I'm trying to showcase something in one of my guides, my teams keep failing. I guess it's this time around, honestly, like I said, it's because of the fact that I did not like perfectly optimize my team. I did not build everybody the right reflex in the right stuff. I kind of wanted to show something that's a little bit more relatable, because most people might have stuff like this. So even if you have Gnut, for example, in Relentless, he should still work with the same presets that I showed you over here, but I just swapped him because he works better on Fire Knight for me. So now everything should work as intended. Let's see. One smack, look at this. We normally would not even need this one. Again, it seems like Royal Guard just does not want to proc their reflex set, and that just makes it sad. That just makes it sad. Like, come on, Royal Guard, you have one job. You have one job, and he's doing it poorly. Oh my god, oh my god. You know what? Let's run it again, and let's not use his A3, because you saw, he gets 2 turns on the first wave, she gets 1 turn on the second wave as well, and he just does not proc it. So let's not use it. You know what? Let's not use it. Let's see. Do we have enough damage like this? Ay, ay, ay. Do you even raid, bro? Do you even raid Odd One? Come on. This one should work better. There we go. A2. 1 person down. We have enough damage. So I don't really need the A3 from Royal Guard in there, because it seems we did enough damage. Now second wave. Here we go. Decrease defense again. As you see, I'm not using all the nukes and stuff, because I want my Deacon to get another turn so he can get the cooldown down of his decreased defense and of his turn meter control. So that's why I'm now nuking them to do it pretty fast. I definitely want my skills to land at the right time, and now we have it right. You see, we got the decreased speed. We got the turn meter in there, so this time it worked better than we wanted. One thing that this team can do with, and that's something that I have not changed, is Evil Eye on Deacon. I do not have Evil Eye on Deacon because the last time that I used Deacon, I had him built for a clan boss team, and in that clan boss team, he was benefiting from the support tree for a chance to counterattack. So again, I'm going to show you that when I'm going to show you the builds, you're definitely going to want to keep in mind that you want for Deacon to have the Evil Eye, because if he has the Evil Eye, well, guess what? He's gonna push back the Dark Phase turn meter, and that's gonna help us so that Allure basically cuts in. And the same principle, Allure, she could be a little bit faster. I just did not build her fast enough, but if she was faster, the Dark Fae should not get a turn. But as you saw, even though she got a turn, we're still fine, because we also have the decreased attack from Gnut. Now let's have a look at the builds over here. So So my Gnut is in random pieces. He's pretty fast, I'm not gonna lie. He's 274, 100% crit rate, good defense, good crit damage, and the accuracy could be higher. Like, you need around 350 to land your debuffs, and you don't need this crazy crit damage and defense, honestly, because we have two nukes when we get to the boss. We have Gnut's nuke, and then we have the nuke from Allure. So even if Allure was faster, that would still work, because she would you know, have another chance to land a decreased defense in case Deacon gets weak hit, and then when Gnut does the A2 to nuke them down, everybody should be dead. But yeah, this is the build for him, and I have obviously Giant Slayer, and then down the support tree. Real Guard again, support tree and War Master for him. He's in a reflex set because I wanted to come back to his A3 and A2 as often as possible to do as much damage as I can. He's running at 253 speed, 100% crit rate, some attack, some crit damage, and enough accuracy to land his debuffs. Then Deacon is in basically just speed, you know, my leftover speed gear. He's running at 296, accuracy, some crit damage, some attack. It's not perfectly optimized. You only care for him to be the fastest. I have over 350 accuracy. And then over here, like I said, you want to have War Master, but then you don't want the defense tree. Like, I just don't want to change it to waste 150 gems. But you would want him to go down the support tree and get Evil Eye. That's the way to go. Allure, honestly, Allure is my immunity build, because she was in the immunity build from a while back when I used her on the Fire Knight 25 team. Now I'm not using her there anymore, so you know what, I could change it. I could make her like be 291, so just like one speed slower than Deacon, and again pump out as much damage as I can with 350 accuracy. Obviously she's running Giant Slayer for more damage. She also has Evil Eye for a little bit of extra turn meter push, so you know, she's mostly there for the A1 on the boss, because it's still the best turn meter control skill in the game, okay, because it's on an A1. And then we have Cold Heart. Like I said, Cold Heart you would prefer to have in a reflex set and a lot faster. My Cold Heart is really slow. I would prefer it to be like 230, 240, you know, kind of like everybody else in the team, but still be the slowest. You want only 70% crit rate, good crit damage. You want 350 accuracy, again, not perfectly tuned. That's why it's like, you know, I want to show stuff most of the time. Even if I leave fails in the runs, I want to show relatable stuff, okay? Because I can boost everybody at max speed, perfect accuracy, everything perfectly speed tuned, but it's not going to be relatable, at least in videos where I'm making like this, where it's kind of like a guide. If I want to do a showcase where it's like, you know, end game 1 minute runs, then yeah, I'm going to push my stats to the max, but this one's not that. This one's a guide for people that are trying to do something similar. So for Masters, again, she has Giant Slayer because, you know what, she has a 4-hitter A1, she only does A1 and A3 on the boss, so this one can proc some damage. And then down the support tree, maybe even Evil Eye, I could swap in there, but again, I did not reset the mastery specifically for this. But yeah, anyway, this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you like these kinds of teams. If there's anything else that you want me to make a video on from this Noob Tower rotation, maybe, I don't know, different teams for the Dark Fate, because you don't have certain champions. Like, you might not have 2 or 3 champs from this team, but you might have somebody like a Filja. I use Filja if you watch the, what's it called, the faction games competition the other day. I had the dwarves to deal with, and I noticed that Filja's pretty good. So if you want me to test out something with Filja, make a video on that, just let me know in the comments below, because you guys might have her instead of all of these ones, and you know, there could be something pretty fun in there, and I can make a video on that. Or if you want some help with secret rooms, just tell me what stuff you are stuck on, and I can make a video on that, and hopefully it's gonna help as many of you out there as possible, because at the end of the day, that's the goal of my videos. I'm trying to make videos and I'm making videos on Raid Shadow Legends to try and make as many guides to help as many people out there as possible. But yeah, I guess this is gonna be it. This one's gonna be a quick one, even though, like you saw, we did get the truth here happen, still had a little bit of RNG, but it still goes okay. Oh yeah, one thing to keep in mind that I did not mention in this video, but if you want to know who is the champion that the Dark Fae will do the single target banishment, which is like, you know, you saw she banished my Allure and copied just Allure, it's always the champion who has the highest attack on your team, okay? So if you want to influence that by having, I don't know, maybe I could do my Cold Heart to have the highest attack, even though she's the slowest, instead of having Allure, and that could make it work even better. But yeah, look at this, 1 minute 27. Like I said, this team works pretty well, and it's pretty fun. But yeah, anyway, this is gonna be it for the video today, guys. As always, if you do enjoy my content, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel to see when I upload next, and I'm gonna see you on the next one. Peace, love, take care, everyone. Bye, guys.